Hey everybody, welcome to Adventures with Peps. Today, as you may have guessed, we're doing something different. I am going to be doing some world building with you guys. So Sector 102 is the home of my judges and my Megacity 1 citizens. It's where they live, it's where they work, it's where they commit their crimes. But a big part of it is the mutants. Because of where Sector 102 is, it's technically not near the cursed earth. So I'm going to create a floating island idea that I've come up with that will be off the coastline of Sector 102. It's going to be based around giant ships that have become a floating island, and we are going to use some rules in this magazine to start building the foundations of it. So first up, we are going to open up my sketchbook. I got almost a brand new sketchbook. I don't know how well the pencil's going to show up, but here you go. Sector 102, A Traveller's Guide by Ole Pearsons, the Urban Explorer. And there is absolutely nothing in here. So I don't want the mutant settlement to be the very first section. So what we'll do is we'll go a couple of chunks into this page and we'll clip it all down so it's not bouncing around as we do it. Ooh, brand new bulldog clips. I'm still not fully bloody recovered from pneumonia, guys. I'm weak as crap. My voice is still crackly. Not a fan of it at all. Highly do not recommend getting pneumonia. So, hopefully you'll be able to see the pencil. We are designing the mutant colony. You can see it. That's amazing. So, mutant colony. Codenamed Benedict. Benedict. Right, I have a few notes already for the colony. I have some character ideas as well. We're not going to go hugely into it. The idea is this is out at sea. The Justice Department know it exists. But it's like it's a known township. They're not too worried about it being there. Now and again, they'll go out to do a little raid on it. But ultimately, it's a known threat. They'll now and again raid the criminal organizations that try to set up camp. Sometimes they help the mutants. It's just an area that they know exists. And I'm thinking it looks like the giant cargo container boats. So let's roughly draw the first one in. I imagine that's like the cabin. And then we'll go... They're pretty big, aren't they? I should have probably put up a picture of what a cargo container ship looks like as reference for myself. But I assume it probably follows the same idea as most boats. And it goes like that. So this will be the main boat. There'll be other boats connected to it that maybe other mutants live on, other colonies. Doesn't have to just be mutants, could just be humans. I can tidy this up when it comes to inking it. It's going to be something like that, right? Just clean up that end a little. So we got space to draw. There we go. Right. Now, like I said, we're going to be using the Mongoose Publishing Judge Dredd, The Cursed Earth book. Because it has this great little section called Creating a Settlement. So let's get going. Size and population. If there's anything I don't like when I'm rolling, I'm just going to swap it. It's as simple as that. I'm swapping it. So a 3. It's average. So let's just, let's take notes up here. Size. Average. That's good because one giant cargo container and maybe some little ships connected to it. It's probably the right size for it then. These cargo boats can have tons of people, so let's just give myself a little boost here. Let's go large. Well, D6 plus 4, we could hit that kind of number. 5 plus a D... Yeah, let's say it's large. Right, now we're going to go population roll. So we got 5 plus a 6. There we go. We hit 11. So that's between 1,000... Let's go population 2,374. Gives me some options. We then get to roll 4 times on the inhabitants. So we definitely want muties, so we will affect this dice roll if it goes terribly for me. So the first one is a 4. So we have muties. We have humans. That's a good start. It's a good start. We have, let's try that again. Muties again. And muties the third time. So there's 3 different mutie factions. And then some humans. We'll just write that all down for now. And then we roll a d6, add the number of inhabitant types, and consult the table below. So we have +4 to this roll. We got a 5, which gives us 9. There is, oh dear, there's racial enslavement happening here. So cultural, racial enslavement. The mutants maybe use the humans as their like workforce. Construction, right? We roll a 2d6 and consult what we get. We obviously want something a bit higher. That is not a second d6. Hopefully we get a good roll here. I see a 5, 7, wood. Don't like that. We'll re-roll the 2, and I get another 2. Amazing. If this is a 2 again, it's not. 10. There we go. Brick. That's quite comical. Though. Most structures are brick. Building size, a d6 plus the construction, so 10 plus a 6. Large, so it's big buildings covering large surface areas. Most structures are brick. They are big buildings covering large areas. With at least 3 floors. Jeez. With at least 3 floors. Then we move on to defenses. Straight up d6. You get a 5. They have mounted weapons. Defenses. They get 1d6 plus 3. Oh, geez, so they got 4. Let's say 4 flak guns. To keep away raiders, aircraft, you know, that kind of stuff. So we can actually build that now, can't we? It makes sense to have, there'll be a flak gun here. Put 1 here. 1 here. And 1 at the front, which will make into a bigger building later on. So FG equals flak gun. Then we have entrances, 1d6. 6, there are 4 entrances. 4 entrances. Feel like 1 would be here. We'll call that gate 1. And then maybe some smaller ones on this side. Go 2 and 3. And then the 4th one we'll put at the back. Gate 4. The community. It's a D66, so oranges will be the 10, and we'll see what kind of work they do. 23. They are crafters. Does that make sense? Yeah, they make use of junk they find at sea, I guess, and craft new things out of it. So the community is crafters. The leadership and law, once again, so oranges are 10s, 53. The ruled by gambling. Depending on... I don't know that. Does gambling make sense? Yeah, let's guess. Community, leadership, law, gamblers. This is interesting. It's kind of making me think of Las Vegas when they went to the cursed earth. And then the ruling body. 4, a religious dictator. Oh my days. It works out because I actually had come up with an idea of a religious group already for it. So the community loves gambling. So there are a bunch of gamblers led by a religious dictator. Maybe he worships the gambling gods, led by a religious dictator. So this will be the cult HQ. And then what we got, law level, D6. A 3. It's rather lenient. And law level is lenient. So that is all the details that we currently have. Right, I'm going to pause the video here for a second. All right, so just had a quick look at a cargo ship. I wasn't a million miles off with this idea. So they have a pit in the middle here, which is where the cargo containers would have gone. Something like this we'll go with. This is the control station. Let's make it a bit more 3D-ish. And then this is going to be, I guess it would have been that way. So we got things like this going on. And there's going to be a shanty town inside here. Little buildings cropping up. Why can't I draw today? You know when you can't draw? So there's going to be... Let's start this again. Right, so lots of mutants. The humans are a enslaved workforce, which will connect to that. Then the Muties will have a religious group. And then we have like a, I guess, a paramilitary group. And then the general populace have built brick buildings. So let's just do this to begin with. And it could be a walkway. I think these are buildings built out of brick inside the boat, which is pretty crazy. Just build some lights in here. We'll have to do a close-up at some point. And we can wipe this bit out, because then it becomes like the walkway across. And then we have... It's brick buildings, isn't it? It's very strange. So we got crafters. So you want things like blacksmiths. That's what I'm imagining. There's like factories built in here, producing smog, dirt, some like weird fire pits. There's going to be lots of buildings and then shacks everywhere. I know they got to remember there's got to be at least 3 stories high for the most part. It's not going to be a super neat drawing, guys. It's just going to give you an idea that they have commerce. They're built into the walls. Lots of little houses that I'll be able to like color in at some point. We need to maybe build up the side of the boat. I have no idea what these cargo containers would actually look like in real life. So we're just going with what I can. I just imagine they're on a sea of sludge. Now, entranceways makes it seem like this maybe should be a proper gate. Like if you want to come in, it's built into the side maybe. Or just build a few more shapes that are quite big that we can tidy up at a later date. But this is the crafters. Let's call it the industrial hub. Industrial hub. And repurposing scrap. And then on this side, this is going to be the more paramilitary, I guess. I kind of envision a giant tower that kind of maybe looks like a courthouse in another world. You know, something like that. We'll have to come up with some better drawings at some point, but you get the idea. Say it looks like a courthouse ruled by the 9. And they have, I'm going to say like weird training grounds. They're going to look like basketball courts. Training grounds. And then maybe we need something along here. It could be the barracks. Right. I think we're about there. The cult. What can we say about the cult? They worship gambling, maybe. We have casinos. What do you have at a casino normally? You know what? A weird-ass water fountain over here. And trees. So, do we have space to write this? Weird casino. Trees. Water feature. And then maybe it connects the sink. I don't know. We gotta just have some weird connection points going on here. And then this one. Maybe this one connects to the mainland. Connects to mainland. And there you go. We have made the mutant colony Benedict. So, a large colony set with on a boat, population of 2,374, predominantly mutants, with 3 subclasses. We got the crafters, the religious group, and the paramilitary. Then there's humans on board, but they are an enslaved workforce. We have mostly brick structures going on inside this setup, which cover large areas, as we can see here, and they're at least 3 floors high for most parts. So we got the factories that are nice and high. We got the weird courthouse military building, and then we have the cult HQ/casino. Let's also write that in there, casino. They are defended by 4 flak guns, 2 at the back, 1 on the casino, 1 at the front. And then they have the 4 entrances, 2 little ones, a big one, and then 1 for the rich and the famous of Sector 102 to come visit. And then finally, there's gambling throughout the ship. They're led by a religious dictator who hangs out in the main casino. But they're pretty lenient on the laws. You break the law, you pay your dues, And the worst case scenario is you get signed into the paramilitary group. There you go. I'm going to probably come up with some more ideas and share them at a later date. But that is the Mutant Colony Benedict. I hope you enjoyed it. A little bit weird one for me today. But I enjoy doing this stuff. I hope you do too. And I'll catch you very soon. Bye-bye.